I didn't plan to ruin my brother's engagement dinner. Not at first. But when my mother leaned back in her chair, smirked, and said, "Oh, don't mind her. She's just a nobody," something inside me shifted. The whole table laughed. Crystal glasses clinked. My brother's fiancée, Emily, smiled awkwardly, not sure if it was a joke. It wasn't. My mother never jokes when it comes to me. That night, I didn't argue. I smiled, quietly, the same way I did the day I realized they'd all turned their backs on me. 3 years ago, I trusted them, my family. My brother Daniel was my best friend. My mother, controlling but proud. I worked behind the scenes, building something she never cared to understand. When I quit my corporate job to start my company, she told everyone I'd lost it, said I was chasing fantasies. Daniel believed her. He took her side when she cut me off. "Mom's just looking out for you," he said. Looking out, right. 6 months later, my mother took out a loan, using my name. Identity theft, fraud. She thought I wouldn't notice. She thought I was still the naive daughter who'd keep quiet to protect the family name. But I noticed, and I stayed silent, on purpose. The first clue came from the bank. "Miss Hale, are you still proceeding with the home purchase?" I didn't even own a car at that point. When I confronted her, she smiled and said, "You'll thank me later. Family helps family." That was the moment I stopped being her daughter and started being her mirror. I said nothing. I let her believe she'd won. Then I built. While they ignored me, I worked in silence. My company, a cybersecurity consultancy, started picking up momentum. A few smart clients. Then one contract led to another. By year 2, I had offices in 3 cities. I didn't post, I didn't brag. I let my mother keep telling everyone I was barely scraping by. She needed that lie more than I needed the truth. But I knew. Someday, she'd choke on it. Daniel called last month, said he was getting married, wanted me there for family unity. That's when I saw the opportunity. I offered to host the engagement dinner. "Let me handle everything," I told him. "It'll be perfect." Mom was thrilled, thought I was desperate for approval. She didn't realize she was walking into a setup she'd built herself. I made sure the dinner was extravagant. 5-star restaurant, private room. Press quietly tipped off to a prominent tech entrepreneur's family event. I booked it all under my company's name. And when she asked how I could afford it, I smiled. A client owed me a favor. The night arrived. Everyone dressed in their best. My mother dripping with jewelry, all bought with the money she stole in my name. Dinner was perfect until dessert. That's when Emily, sweet and curious, asked the question that changed everything. "So what is it you do again, Nora?" Before I could answer, my mother laughed, loud. "Oh, nothing serious, dear. Nora plays business online. She's just—" "A nobody," Daniel finished, grinning. And that's when Emily's phone buzzed. She glanced at the screen, frowned, then looked at me, then at my mother. She whispered, "Wait, are you Nora Hale, CEO of Haven Cyber Defense?" The silence was instant. You could hear the ice melt in the glasses. Mom blinked. "What are you talking about?" Emily turned her phone around, my company website glowing in the dim light. "This is her. She's been featured in Forbes." Daniel froze. "That's you?" I leaned back, slow. Yes. And the company was built on cleaning up other people's messes, especially identity theft. My mother's smile cracked first. "Nora, we can talk about this." I cut her off. "Oh, we will, but not tonight. Tonight's for celebration." I nodded to the waiter. He placed a small envelope in front of her. Inside, copies of legal filings, fraud, forgery, loan statements, her signature beside mine. Those go public on Monday, I said softly. Unless, of course, you repay what you stole, plus interest. She stared at me, pale, trembling. Daniel looked between us, confused, angry. Mom, what is she talking about? She didn't answer. Couldn't. For the first time, she was speechless. I stood. You called me a nobody, I said quietly. But nobodies don't build empires. They don't erase debts. They don't forgive thieves. Then I walked out, leaving them behind in the silence they'd created. By Monday, the money was transferred. Every cent. The press never got the story. I made sure of that. I didn't need public revenge. I needed balance. Sometimes silence cuts deeper than scandal. Now when people mention my mother, they lower their voices. When Daniel calls, I don't answer. I've learned that family isn't blood, it's respect. And respect is earned, not stolen.